Hey guys, it's Go. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a mod showcase, and today we're going to be reviewing the Ruby mod. Well, that's what it's called, but it gives you a bunch of different kinds of armor. It adds staffs into the game. It gives you potion effects, and yeah, you might be wondering what armor I'm wearing. Might have all these potion effects. Well, I'm wearing sapphire helmet, carbon chestplate, whatever that says, leggings, and then ruby boots. And the sapphire gives me speed, the carbon gives me strength, the peridot gives me night vision, I think, and then ruby gives me regen. And I think, okay, go on. And yeah, so we're gonna be looking at everything in this mod. The first thing, which is the worst armor in this mod, is the ruby stuff. I say it's the worst armor because it gives you the least, like, armor, but it gives you regen when you put it on. So this is all the stuff that you get. This house is made out of ruby blocks and then ruby bricks. And there are torches for every single item that it adds, and the torches actually give off a lot of light because 2 torches lit up this entire area. But yeah, if I put this on, then I get regen 3 permanently unless I take it off. And yeah, but you only need 1 piece of armor for regen 3. So I would recommend combining armor with this mod like I did here, so that you get a bunch of different potion effects. And the sword does 9 attack damage. It's pretty good, but it is the worst sword in the mod. And I'm just going to go in survival and test how fast these mine and stuff. So I think it's pretty good, almost as fast as creative, I guess. The pickaxe, I guess it says on this. Oh, that's really fast. Either ruby's just really easy to break, or that's really fast pickaxe. Yeah, ruby's really easy to break. And this is how much damage it does. It 2 shots a zombie, and it does 9 damage, so it 3 shots a normal player, unless you get a crit. And yeah, I will test out the axe, but then I will show you the ruby bow and the ruby staff. So, this is how fast it is. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, I don't really think you guys care about that much. This is the ruby bow. It doesn't have a texture, but all the other bows have a texture. Don't worry. And yeah, I forgot to get arrows. Okay, I'm back with arrows, and it's basically just a normal bow. I don't know if it does more damage or not. It's 1, 2, 3 hits for a skeleton. Yeah. But this is the coolest thing I'd say. You don't need any ammo for this. I'm in survival, and it has no durability, it shoots infinitely, and it shoots really fast. It does a decent amount of damage, but this is the worst staff in the game, so it won't do any damage. It just 3-shot that spider, which is pretty good. We are now moving on to the topaz stuff. It is just a little bit better. It does the same amount of damage and everything. This bow actually has a texture, and this staff looks a lot cooler. I believe the topaz armor gives you like haste or jump boost or something. Yeah, it gives you haste 4, which is actually really good. With haste 4, you mine very fast. I'm just going to go test how fast you mine. And you mine very fast. And this is how much damage the sword does. It's 2 shots in a skeleton. And the bow, I actually put my arrows in. But this is the stats. It looks really cool. And it gives off like fire particles, which is also a really cool thing. Each staff gives off certain particles, like the ruby one gives off redstone particles, which is another cool thing that this mod does. And when you pull this bow back, for a second it goes to no texture, and then it goes back to its texture. And I think all the bows in this mod do the same amount of damage. And now we will move on to the next set of gear. Okay guys, now we're going to the per dot gear. And this gives you night vision, I believe. And yeah, so you can like see in the dark and everything when you have this gear on. And this also does 9 damage, I believe. It is the only other one in this mod that does 9 damage. Soon we're gonna get to the a lot better stuff in the mod. But something I did realize, whenever you're using the bricks in this mod, you want to be careful. I recommend not building your house out of the bricks, and you can like build your house out of the blocks, because the bricks, even with your fist, in survival, you just tap once, they break. So they're not very good. This wand, it gives off, I believe, slime particles. Yeah, it gives off slime particles. And then the bow, I believe, is as good as all the other ones, and when you pull it back, it just stays the normal texture the whole time. And now we're going to go onto the other gear, which I believe would be the sapphire gear. So the sapphire gear, I think it gives you speed. And yep, it gives you speed 3 when you have a full set on. I don't think you need a full set for any of this to give you potion effects, but you might. This sword does 10 attack damage, so a little bit better than all the others, but only by 1. It 1 shots a spider, 2 shots a skeleton. And this staff, I believe, gives off. Yeah, this staff gives off the particles that happens when you crit someone, like when you get a critical hit. It gives off those particles. And it does a decent amount of damage, and again, you don't need ammo, and it fires very fast. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh wait, never mind, the bow. It is the normal bow, but for some reason you pull it back, then the arrow goes forward, and then it goes back again when you pull it back. But it doesn't really make a difference. I think the sapphire bow might do 1 more damage. But another thing I wanted to show you is the pickaxe does more damage than a diamond sword already. So if you decide to make a pickaxe, you wouldn't even really need a sword. You could just fight mobs with your pickaxe and mine at the same time, because they do have a lot of durability. Okay guys, the next one we're going on to is the amethyst set. I do not know what potion effect this one gives you. It's probably like, ooh, it gives you resistance 3. That's very good. If you have amethyst and ruby on at the same time, and you have resistance 3, regeneration 3. Okay, so basically, the amethyst set does the same amount of damage as the sapphire sword, and when you shoot this staff, it gives off... Ooh, this staff teleports you wherever you shoot it, and it gives off Enderman particles, I believe. So it's very cool. You just shoot it wherever you want. If it's stuck in a hole, you just shoot it and teleport. And the bow, I believe, does the same. It does one more than the ruby bow and the topaz bow and all that kind of stuff. So we will move on to the next item soon. Okay, we are now on the carbon set, which gives you strength and looks very cool in my opinion. The blocks also look really cool when you put them down. I will also show you guys that at the end as well. So all of these have the normal crafting recipes like you would think. So this staff explodes when you shoot it and gives off cool particle effects, like smoke particle effects, and it does not destroy blocks, but does explosive damage, I believe, but it might just give off the particles. And it kind of cannonball when you shoot it. So if you built like a giant stadium and you don't want to ruin it, but you want to use it to fight, it does not destroy blocks. Do not worry. And this sword does 2 more damage than any other sword we've seen so far, and kind of just looks like a stone sword. And the bow also does 2 more damage than any other bow we've seen so far. Okay, so now we are moving on to the best gear in the game. It is the kyanite set. It is, by the way, all of these are way better than diamond. Including the worst stuff in the mod, it's still better than diamond. Like 2 attack, 2 armor, all that stuff. So, this stuff looks very cool. I believe it gives off the water particle effects and makes the water sound. Yes, it does. And, it does 1 more damage than all the carbon stuff. And it gives you, jump boost. So you jump very high when you have it on. But, you only wear the chest plate, and it almost already gives you full armor. That's how good it is. Just half the set gives you full armor. And yeah, and the bow, it is the same as the carbon bow, just does 1 more damage. But all the staffs all do the same damage. Okay, so now we are going to... I still have this stupid glitch where I have this weird head and I don't know why, but this is not my actual skinned head. I hate it, but so now we are going to go on this topaz pathway I have made to over here, and we're going... I know great English. And we're going to look at all the blocks in the mod. Okay, so first... Okay then. That was sapphire ore. This is ruby ore. That's topaz ore. That's amethyst ore. That's carbon ore. That's per dot ore, and this is kyanite ore. And I believe all the blocks in this, except for the like blocks of stuff. Oh, most of the blocks of stuff actually get one shot. Like I just punch it. I don't know why, but it's a weird thing that happens in the mod. So some of the stuff I wouldn't recommend building your house out of. But these are all the different torches, which is another really cool thing about the mod. And this torch, it just gives off, it's blue and it just gives off slight critical particle effects. This is red and it gives off redstone particle effects. This is the topaz, it kind of looks like a normal torch, but it gives off fire particle effects. This is the amethyst, it gives off Enderman particle effects. This one just looks like a burnt out torch, and it gives off smoke particle effects, and is black and gray. This is the per dot one, and it gives off slime particle effects, and is green. And this is the kyanite one. It gives off water particle effects, and is bright blue. So now I'm going to spawn mobs in and get different sets on and fight mobs in this arena that I made. Okay guys, so I am back and I have a bunch of different spawn eggs and different gear to fight these mobs. So I'm going to be fighting multiple different mobs. I was going to fight my friends, but we had technical difficulties getting this mod on the server, so I'm just on a single player world. But for the other mod showcases, we will be fighting each other at the end with most of the stuff from the mod, just for some extra content and for fun. Also, the winner of each fight is going to pick a mod to review. So they will be different mods, not only mods I like, not only mods my friend likes. And, I decided to do the ruby helmet, topaz chestplate, and peridot legs, because all of this stuff is equal to each other. So it's basically wearing the same gear, just a combination of all of them, but it's as good. And haste and night vision don't really affect me in a positive way during a battle, although regeneration does, so I'm basically just using full ruby for this battle. So I guess first I will start off with the bow. And I will use my bow, and I'll spawn in instead. Okay, they all started fighting each other, so now I'm just going to spawn in a few slimes and whatever, because this bow is green, and it is the set that gives off slime particle effects, so it makes sense for me to fight slime. So I'm just going to finish up all these small slimes, and then I am probably going to move on to blazes right now because I'm going to be using the topaz and it gives off fire particle effects. But I will have to clear the weather because blazes take damage to water. Okay, so I'm probably only gonna do like 5 blazes, but yeah, let's get into it. So this is kind of like a bow, but it has different like drop. So it's kind of harder to aim, but it does shoot faster, and you don't need ammo for it, so I'd say it's worth it. Now I'm just going to use my sword, and I'm just going to spawn in a bunch of zombie pigmen, because that'll be entertaining, because I know I'm going to die. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm going to get the actually good stuff in the mod, and then start fighting harder mobs. Okay guys, so I am ready to fight the Wither now, and I have a bunch of good gear to fight the Wither. I'm going to be using the Amethyst, Kyanite, Carbon, and Sapphire set. I know this is worse than the best stuff you can get in the game. It would just be Amethyst and Kyanite put together, but I want to show off all of this stuff to you guys, and it gives me more potion effects, so it kind of balances it out. I am going to be using the Amethyst staff, so I can teleport around, because that's pretty cool. The Carbon bow, just because, why not? And then the kind sword, because it's the best sword in the mod, and I get 4 golden apples. This Wither is about to destroy this entire thing, because all these blocks get one shot by anything, even this mod is still in development. I just kind of rolled it. Well, it's basically and it's not. Is the wooden like or something? Because I feel like every time I hit it. foot of the water, give myself a little bit more arrows, and then continue the fight. And there we go. The main reason I killed it is because right as it got down to low health, I just two-shot it with my sword. And yeah, so basically that's going to be it for the video.